Hi everyone, Canoopsy here, and I've been using the iPhone XS Max for over 6 months now, and it's an awesome device with sweet performance, an amazing camera, and design that still looks beautiful to this day. But after 6 months, is it still worth buying, and how well is it held up? Find out more after this. Today's video is brought to you by Safety Say What, a program to help keep young workers safer in the workplace. To understand your rights at work, go to safetysaywhat.ca to learn more. So this is the first year I've used an iPhone with no case in the back or screen protector on the front, and it really has held up pretty well. All I'm using here is yellow skin from our channel sponsor dbrand, and that's basically it. The phone is still in great condition. The stainless steel frame has no damage, the back glass is fine under the skin, and the front glass only has a few scratches across the display, and that's it. This is a durable iPhone. Two words I never thought I'd ever say together, but this is a very strong device. And the design still does look beautiful and feels awesome to hold and use as a daily device. The 6.5-inch screen is something I got used to very quickly, and I absolutely love the size of this display. It's just big enough to comfortably watch Netflix or YouTube videos on the go, at home, or when I'm commuting. It's great for taking photos with such a large viewfinder up front, great for just browsing social media, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, but I do wish it had split-screen multitasking capabilities to take full advantage of the entire display, but hopefully in iOS 13. But the one thing that does feel behind 6 months later with the design is that notch at the very front. Now, it doesn't really bother me that much, and I do love that it provides Face ID, which is much better than the fingerprint scanner and works like 99% of the time for me for just daily unlocking or Apple Pay, but it does look massive compared to the latest Android flagships. The Huawei P30 and Galaxy S10 Plus both look much more futuristic with their very minimal top cutouts. But if you're like super worried about this notch, like it's a complete deal breaker for you, it really shouldn't be, as it's really not that bad, and you're gonna get used to it very, very quickly, like I did. When it comes to performance, this phone feels as fast as it was when I first got it. Everything feels instant, quick, and fluid. You can have plenty of apps open, record 4K video, play games, do whatever, and still have an ultra-fast device. Sometimes the phone does randomly reboot or restart, but it rarely ever happens. It's happened to me like 4 or 5 times the entire time I've had this phone, so not bad at all. There are definitely much buggier phones for software glitches. Besides that, the software experience has been solid, but here's where a bit of a negative comes in. Now, iOS is great, but after 6 months of using it, it can definitely start feeling a little bit stale. There's very minimal customization, and I really end up changing that wallpaper pretty often to add a bit of freshness to this device. If you want extreme customization, you get bored with iOS very quickly, this probably isn't the phone for you, as there's very minimal customization you can actually do to the software experience on this device. But of course you do get all the perks of iOS as well. That means iCloud, Apple Watch support, the blessed AirDrop, stuff like that. The Apple ecosystem can be a bit annoying at times, but also absolutely amazing once you're in. The camera on the iPhone XS Max is one of the things that keeps me enjoying this device to this day, and it mostly comes down to image processing, as it's pretty much the same camera setup as the iPhone X. Smart HDR gives ridiculously great dynamic range and favors bumping up the shadows while reducing the highlights, and giving a gorgeous, vibrant color at the very end. Consistently, the iPhone XS Max delivers, and photos look amazing. Low light though can be a little bit weak compared to some of the Android flagships out there currently. You don't get the crazy ultra-wide lens or 5 times optical zoom from the Huawei P30, but the camera experience still holds its ground to this day. 4K video recording up to 60 frames per second is still my favorite looking video quality from any phone I've tested ever. The dynamic range carries over from photos here, so you get an awesome balance of highlights, shadows, and colors, and the audio quality is great with stereo audio recording. The stabilization here is a mix of ultra smooth and gimbal-like, and natural as well, so it doesn't look weird or robotic. By the end of a regular day around 11 o'clock at night, I usually have about 25 to 30% battery left when I actually stop and charge this phone. Regular days include watching videos, replying to emails, going on Twitter and Instagram, and taking a whole bunch of pictures as well. It's not a 2-day battery life phone for sure, but it's consistently a solid day of usage for me. Consistent. That's the word that best describes the iPhone XS Max 6 months later. There's nothing wrong with this phone at all, really. It's an amazing experience, but nothing that makes it truly stand out today. It's a killer device that does basically everything right, but if you want a phone that wows you and is extremely different, unique, or exciting, the XS Max isn't really it. But that's not really a bad thing. If you want a phone that does everything you expect and does it all exceptionally well, the XS Max definitely delivers. But I don't recommend you buy it today. Wait till the fall, wait till the iPhone 11 or whatever the hell it's going to be called comes out, then consider buying it. It's going to be more affordable, there's going to be better deals on it, and it's still going to be as amazing as it is today. This video was brought to you by Safety Say What, a campaign to help educate young workers in Ontario, Canada about their worker rights. Working alongside Safety Say What for this campaign, I've heard some awful stories about what young adults have gone through being stuck in dangerous situations in the workplace. Stuff like having to stop bar fights, using deadly cleaning supplies without being given any gloves or protection, or being forced to carry crazy heavy items or boxes with no help or support. It's just not fair, especially if you don't have proper training to actually do these things at work. So it's important to actually know your rights at work to stay safe. Also, remember this, if you don't know how to do it, don't do it. If you don't know how to use it, don't use it. And if you're ever unsure about something, ask your manager first. To get more information and to understand your personal rights at work, go to safetysaywhat.ca to learn more. So what do you think of the iPhone XS Max in 2019? Is it still worth buying today, or would you wait for the iPhone 11 or whatever it's going to be called? Also, what do you hope to see in the next iPhone as well? Tell me in the comments down below, and thank you for watching.